Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode in the Junk Journal with Me series. I am documenting a planner event from April 2019. That event was Cambs Planner Con and was hosted by Anna Brim, who owns the shop Mrs. Brimbles. I have a postcard there which is actually the ticket to the event, and I've decided to create a pocket, so I'm just trimming down some of the paper so that I can glue it to the other side and create a pocket. I'm just trimming down a little bit more because I'd like the postcard to show through the top of the pocket. And I'm just using my corner rounder to round off all four corners. And I'm just using some double-sided tape on the smaller sides of the pocket so that I can adhere that to the opposite page. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I do have a lot of photographs from the event that I would like to get documented. I think I have a total of 11 photos, which is quite a lot to just fit on a couple of pages. So I'm just having a play around and seeing where I might like some of them to go. I also have a schedule from the day that I would like to put on my page. I'm going to be using double-sided tape on all of my photos. So these photographs are from our lunch. We were supplied with afternoon tea, which was really nice. And with the schedule, all I'm doing is folding it over so it creates like a little flip out page, and then I'll be using a glue stick to glue that down to the page. So this piece of paper here was just the title of an A4 delicate pack that we got, and I just wanted to include that somewhere on the page, and I'm just seeing whether I'd prefer it at the top or at the bottom, and I'm just trying it with some photos to see what looks best. And I've just trimmed that down so it'll fit on the page. This is some watercolour flowers that I did in one of the workshops. The workshop was hosted by Anna Brim and she was teaching us how to draw some flowers with watercolours. Mine isn't great, but then I can't really paint or draw, so I just think it's nice to have that in there, and I just want to back some photo on the back of that. I have some more artwork that I did on the day. This was a workshop with Little Rainbow Moon, who I think is Joe Seraphin. And once I've decided I'm happy with what the page might look like, I'm just gluing down this bit here to the top of the page. So this photograph is a picture of my table buddies, and I'm just going to be backing that photo to the back of the artwork that I created. I'm going to be creating a little flip out page, and I'm going to do that by adding some washi tape to both sides. This washi tape is from Mrs. Brimbles. and I'm just adding the other photo of my table buddies underneath that flip out page. So I sat with Cheryl, Sharon, Rima and Stephanie and Tess, and I don't remember the other two on the table, I'm afraid. And now I'm just figuring out where I'm going to be putting this artwork, and I think I'm going to put this to the side of the page and have it as like flipping out to the side. And again, I'm using the same washi tape to create that flip out page. So the photo that is to the left is our concentration faces from one of the workshops, and this other photo is just of pretty much the whole room with the host giving a talk. I have this paper bag that the workshop stuff came in for Little Rainbow Moon, and I'm just going to be cutting that down and adding that to the page. I do bring out my circle punch, but for some reason it just didn't seem to want to work with this particular item, so I end up just cutting around the circle instead. And I'm just using a glue stick to adhere that to the page. So all of the photos here are of food. My husband and I actually drove up the day before the event and we went to Cutter and Squidge for a piece of cake in London. So I had small cake and then we drove on to the event. It's my third year at this event, so a few of us like to meet at one of the pubs the night before the event and just have a meal and some drinks. So I had mac and cheese, and that name tag is from that event. And then the other 3 photos are from my meal on the day of the event that I went with my husband in the evening. So I'm just playing around and seeing where I might like them on the page, and I'm using double-sided tape on all of the photos. So my husband and I went to a place called Wood Grill after the event, and that is a photo of some scallops, pumpkin risotto and Eton mess. I decided to chop this name tag in half, and I do that using a ruler. I'm just using a glue stick to adhere that to the page. I've also done my journaling off camera, and I just wrote on some notepaper. I've just pulled out my vintage labels, and I'm just going through the box to choose a couple to put on the page so that I can write down the food that we ate. I pull out the labels again so that I can write afternoon tea on one of them. You will see me write it on a red one, and then I will discard that and write it on a new one. And I know that might seem really wasteful, but I really didn't like it on the red one in the end. I can either use the other half on something else or save that label for another time we have afternoon tea, and at the end of the day they really weren't that expensive if I don't end up using it. So I know it seems really wasteful, but that's just what happened. And I'm just finding another label so that I can write table buddies by my photo of my friends. And you see me here just trim this down a little bit more, and I'll also end up rounding off the corners too. And these are the finished pages. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this process video today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.